Hello, everyone. I'm Elena Ford. We all know experiences have changed a lot over the past year. And right now, we're at a conference behind laptop screens at kitchen tables all over the world. We're living and working differently, and we're shopping differently too. We've gotten used to retailers delivering a whole new level of convenience, instant and touchless services, and often straight to our doors. You don't like it, just send it back. You want to try on 5 pairs? We'll send them to you. You want to browse all the competitors? Go right ahead. It's just a few clicks away. No salesperson, no parking, no waiting. But there's also a lot we're missing in this new retail model: human connections, community, someone who's listening, real time, in person problem solving, not just FAQ answers. As the Chief Customer Experience Officer of the Ford Motor Company, I've been both challenged and energized by this new reality. COVID-19 has placed incredible strains on all of us. I continue to be impressed by the resilience of our employees and dealers and amazed at how fast we've adapted. When the world went into lockdown, the call to action was clear. When crisis strikes, innovation and customer experience must go hand in hand. We needed to put people at the center of everything. Human emotional connections had to be our priority. Crisis can kickstart in new ways of doing things, and it can supercharge new solutions and ideas and get them to market much, much faster. It's been the silver lining in this terrible crisis. In March 2020, our factories were down. Ford pivoted and mobilized our manufacturing power to produce millions of life saving ventilators and PPE, face masks, and face shields. The Ford Fund supported the delivery of food to thousands of seniors and families. And our dealers helped and also distributed books and school supplies to our teachers and students in need. We started having regular meetings with our global dealers to monitor and share best practices. And when COVID spread to Europe, we already had a playbook ready to go based on our learnings from China. Our Italian dealers were soon using the staff training and cleaning protocols and vehicle sanitation practices we first used by our Chinese dealers. We learned from each other, and everyone was in it together. So here we are on the threshold of the post pandemic return to some sort of normalcy. As people venture back out, we have a real opportunity to reimagine the entire experience our customers have with the Ford brand across all touch points throughout the entire vehicle life cycle. And we know we need to lead the way in all things that are shaping the automotive landscape: connectivity, automation, electrification. We have to approach all of them through a customer first lens. And that means looking at the value we're bringing after the purchase, the services that make the ownership special and connect you to the rest of the Ford community. We do this by making always on promises to our customers, providing not only great vehicles, but also connectivity, data, and digital experiences that should enhance the value and joy you get from your vehicle. Ford's recent new vehicle launches are great examples of our new direction. The all-electric Mustang Mach-E, the 2021 F-150, and the relaunched 2021 Bronco, the new Bronco Sport, and the Puma in Europe. Our $29 billion commitment to accelerate electrification and autonomous vehicles globally are aligned with our direction as well. Now, let's talk about welcoming people back. We want them to return to your dealerships and enjoy a more personal, human-centered customer experience. We want it to be a seamless continuation of their online Ford experience. And we are benchmarking ourselves against the best-in-class retailers like Apple, Nordstrom's, Peloton, and Amazon, because that is what customers expect now. And it all has to be anchored by a clear customer commitment. For Ford, that commitment is to treat customers like family. We first embraced this commitment late last year when we resolved to go deeper, to truly understand what this would mean on the ground and at retail across the user experience. We engaged Boston Consulting Group for a 90-day sprint to look outside of our own company for learnings and to challenge us to keep innovating. Through our research, engaging with top subject matter experts, and conducting interviews with Ford employees, luminaries, dealers, and customers, the report surfaced three profound human insights and themes. The first of these is when you have deep roots, you're committed to growing together. This is reflected in our dealers' history of long-standing community service and action. Ford and our Ford dealers have been serving people and communities in ways beyond cars and transportation for decades. The second insight is when you belong, you are genuinely welcomed and supported. This comes from understanding that human relationships are founded on shared support and optimism. Customers and dealers have a stake in each other's success, because it's also their shared community success. Many families have bought their very first car, truck, commercial vehicle from the same Ford dealership they use now, and they'll likely buy their first electric car or truck from the same people. And we always say, treat them like you've known them forever, because you probably have. And finally, the importance of actions, the ones that speak louder than the words, is critical, especially during a time of great need and uncertainty. So when you care, you communicate through actions. You always have your customers back, never leaving them stranded, because you wouldn't do that to a family member. These insights, in turn, have led us to prioritize three customer promises. We'll put you in the driver's seat, meaning that your experiences with us need to be personalized for your needs, delivering it to your door, picking it up from you, arming you with the exact guidance that you need. We've got your back. This means that we, all of Ford, will be accountable to you personally. We will make sure that you have a single touch point to access all of your Ford's resources and expertise. And we'll make every step easy. You want transparency and you deserve it, especially when it comes to servicing. All the options, all the pricing, full explanations, clear expectations, easy to understand and easy to explain. That's what Ford is for, whether it's helping someone navigate a regular service need or supplying Texas communities with power from a 2021 F-150 onboard generators. We're here for our customers. And family-like service is what we stand for. We're turning these promises into a blueprint for service and experiences, which will be rolled out later this year. Our dealers are going to play a critical role in this, as they always have. A decade ago, we launched the customer experience movement within Ford. It's a goal to ignite a culture of customer centricity at our dealerships and equip them with the tools and training to deliver great customer experiences in an ever-changing world. It's grown into a worldwide effort supported by 140 professional coaches and used by dealers on every continent, and we continue to expand and improve it. In 2019, we launched Dipped in Blue, a live learning event to equip dealers with CX insights, training, and support, like hospitality guidance the Disney Institute does. This program helps us continuously innovate and elevate the Ford to customer relationship. We also acknowledge areas that have needed improvement across our industry for a long time, such as simplifying processes that were complicated for no reason, and empowering dealers to customize, personalize, and fast-track solutions and customer service. And while we know customers want more digital and touchless experiences, we're adding a human touch in only the way Ford can. Let me share with you a few examples of this. Our hardworking commercial vehicles and fleet buyers are busy keeping our communities moving. For them, time is money. So we're developing new solutions to reduce their downtime and enhance their operating efficiency. This includes tools that collect and track data, as well as providing new ways to remotely diagnose problems so fleet managers can manage repairs and stay on top of their vehicle's health. Remote sales and service have been absolutely critical during the pandemic. They offer safety and convenience and personalization. This is true for our new Mustang Mach-E e-commerce platform to our pickup and delivery and mobile service vans, which bring vehicle maintenance and light service to our customers at home or at work. To improve our customer education and onboarding, we recently launched Discover Your Ford to help owners learn about their vehicles on their platform of their choice anytime they want. Finally, our loyalty platforms, the Ford Pass app, Ford Pass Rewards, and a new Ford Pass Rewards Visa card are helping us create long-term relationships with customers and a network of brand advocates. They offer perks and rewards to our most loyal followers that drive businesses back to our dealerships. The pandemic reminds us that, like family, we need to care for each other, that we need to show up for our customers and show up with fresh solutions. For our dealers and our communities, we will emerge from this crisis stronger together. I'm as optimistic and as hopeful as anyone in this virtual room, as I'm a mother of college students, and I have to be. We owe it to our kids and our coworkers and our families to make sure we help build a better world where every person is free to move and pursue their dreams. And maybe because it's my job, I believe that it starts with focusing on delivering great human experiences for our customers as well as our communities. Thank you.
Thank you, Haley, and welcome everyone, and welcome Elena Ford. Elena, it's so great to be here with you and chat about some really exciting things that Ford has planned and has been rolling out during this last crazy year. So thank you so much for joining me. So I wanted to start off by exploring a little bit about who you are. Tell us a little bit about your background and what's prepared you for your current role in customer experience at Ford.
Well, Scotty, first of all, thank you so much for having me. It's very exciting to be here. I've been at Ford about 25 years, and I have worked everywhere at Ford except for a plant, frankly. I've worked in product development, I worked in finance, I worked in Ford Credit, and actually I worked in all of our international operations as well when we had Volvo and Jaguar and Land Rover and Mazda. So I've really gotten to know many, many different areas of Ford Motor Company, and really it's set me up to really to build the customer experience team and really build customer experience at Ford. And what's funny about Ford is everywhere you go, there's a different language, and we have a lot of acronyms. So when I went to Ford Credit, I had to learn a whole new language. When you're in finance, you have to learn a whole new language. Marketing and sales has its own. So, to me, life is about relationships. And at Ford, you have to build relationships in order to make things happen, just like in life. So I really feel great about this role for customer experience as we go forward.
And hopefully making the language a little plainer so we all understand.
We're trying.
So in your presentation, you talked about treating customers like family. Tell us what that means.
Well, I think, it's a really important thing to treat customers like family. And if you start by thinking about what that means, it really means about having empathy for people. Really, you want to treat people like, you would have them sitting at the dinner table with you. You want to make things easy for them, efficient, transparent. You don't want to let them down. We're not perfect. And so, if something goes wrong, we want to fix it for them. As I said, in Ford, you want to build lifelong relationships. Well, with our customers, we want to build lifelong relationships. But really, words mean nothing unless they're backed by actions. And my team and I are building actions and customer promises, whether it's for service or whether it's in the purchase area or whether it's even, being able to contact us. We have examples where we really kept customer promises with our Kuga PHEV had an issue in Europe, and we told customers, we're going to give you a single point of contact in the contact center. And we did that. In Texas recently, we had an ice storm and power went out. And we sent a fleet of F-150s with our Power Boost system, and we hooked people up with power. So we really feel that committing to customers is to treat customers like family is a commitment. In fact, every day I get about 5 to 10 customer issues, and we take care of those customers every single day. And it can be from anywhere in the world. So it's not just a US thing. We get customers that have service issues, they have ordering issues, they have buying issues, and it's my job to make sure that we take care of them. So I think it's a really important piece of the work for customer experience.
So how are your dealers putting this idea to work as well, the idea of the customer as family?
Well, first of all, our dealers are a critical piece of our work. We've been around for 118 years, and the dealers are really the face of Ford to the customer. And the dealers are really how the customer interacts with Ford, and on a daily basis. They go into the dealership, and that's how they see Ford. And this past year has really changed. It's changing the model. We were just talking about our kids, right? And our kids, everybody expects everything to be online and at their doorstep immediately. So we've also, gone to the online model. We built a system where customers can order their vehicle, they can price it, they can do their trade-in. But customers also want to go to the dealership. They want to test drive the vehicle. They want to smell the vehicle. They want to ask questions that they may not be able to get online. So dealers play a critical role every day, frankly, for customers. And I think it's really important that we build this seamless online to offline experience for customers. But dealers, for me and for Ford, are critical to that. And really, if you think about it, the dealers are in customers' neighborhoods. And so being there to answer questions and be part of the journey is really important. And I want to just add, I've had a global dealer roundtable with dealers from all over the world for the last 7 years, representing 20 to 22 people, representing countries like China, US, Europe, South America, and even Dubai. And these dealers have been a sounding board. They've been a group that have stayed with me and my team and all the other cohorts at Ford. And they've helped us build a distribution system. They've helped us build policies and procedures. They've also helped us build a customer experience. What works for their front line? What works for their management team? So dealers, to me, are a critical part of Ford and our business going forward.
So you see the dealer premise as being one that's going to evolve rather than just going away, which is what some pundits would like to see, and some manufacturers are even exploring a dealerless world, but you don't see that as a reality.
I see it as we're going to work together to make the model evolve and get stronger and be transformational, frankly. But there's some things that we could do to improve, and there's a lot of things dealers can do to improve, and we need to do it together. We need to do what the customers want and how the customers want to receive the vehicle, or how the customers want to have service. And this online to offline, this experience that the customer wants, we both need to make sure that's how we go forward together.
So let's talk about the offline customer experience, or the after purchase. Ford has become very invested in the lifestyle of its products. So talk about what the lifestyle is like for the Bronco owner, for the Mach-E owner.
Okay, well, first of all, I want to start off by saying, we really love the fact that people come in and purchase a vehicle. And, sometimes people hold on to their vehicles from 6 to 10 years. So having this loyalty model and this membership for customers is really important. So we've embarked on having a membership program called the Ford Pass Rewards, and we've started in the US. And we're going to build this out with Europe and with China, South America. And it's called Ford Pass Rewards, and we have 7 million members in this program. And it is the most comprehensive loyalty program in the industry. And we bring, people enroll in Ford Pass Rewards, and the idea is to keep them coming back and engage with them. And so we're building on it. We first had the rewards program. Now we're doing a Visa card that goes with it. We've, chosen a bank to do that with. And now we're starting a tier program so that you can build up your points and you can get to the next tier, because that's what's fun about having a rewards program and keeping people loyal. People can get points for buying, for servicing, for purchasing accessories. When you have the Mach-E, you can get points for charging. And then what's very cool is we launched the Bronco, which is what you were asking. You're actually going to be able to go and have a lifestyle experience with this off-road rodeo program. And you're going to be able to pick 4 different areas to go to. And we're going to do this enhanced lifestyle items with the Mach-E. And we are going to do it with the F-150, with the Bronco Sport. And we're going to have experiences with all the general managers in our teams and the things that they think are important to their customers. So we're going to have opportunities to deliver improving experiences through over-the-air updates as well, which is something new that we're doing. So that customers don't necessarily need to come into the store. We send an over-the-air update for them if something needs to be updated for their car. So experiences for us going forward, whether they're human or physical or digital experiences, is going to be something really important for the customer and exciting. Like F-150 gets truckload rewards. Every team has their ideas, and so we're super excited to bring them to life for the customer.
That's exciting. Will I have the opportunity to learn to drive the Mach-E on the snow, drifting in the snow?
Yes.
Yeah. That's what I like.
Or ice, if it's raining, you have to slow down a little bit.
Yes, that's exciting. So let's talk a little bit about the Ford brand promise. This, treating your customer like family. How do you implement that across not only the organization, but your dealers, your suppliers, and anybody else who interacts with your customers?
Well, first of all, if we talk about Ford for a minute, and to some extent, Ford is the promise, right? When you see Ford, you expect, after 118 years in business, we're a family company. You expect that, we build high quality vehicles, and we're about toughness, we're about fun to drive, and that your expectations are that we're going to deliver on the things that we say we're going to deliver. Is that we're authentic, we're real, there's a family behind the name. And it's a larger Ford family. It's not just about us as a family. And we exist to build a better world, and where people are free to move, and that they really can pursue their dreams. And you think of the Mustang, and you can go out and you can drive and let the top down, and you can have this great experience with Mustang. But we need to make sure that at every interaction with the brand, the customers know that they are in a Ford, they're driving a Ford, or they're interacting with Ford, whether they're calling the call centers, whether they're coming into the Ford Pass app, or everyone's on these mobile devices, right? We were talking about that. On the web, we need to make sure we have a seamless interaction and that it's consistent. So as we do that, we're building a customer academy inside Ford, so everyone in Ford understands customer experience. We're also building the customer experience movement over the last 10 years with our dealers, so that the dealers and the Ford people know what customer experience is. And the customer experience movement is over 1,000 dealers, and there are coaches that go in and train the frontline staff as well as the management team on how to interact with customers. Basically, you don't tell them that's where the waiting room is. You take them to the waiting room. You're very thoughtful of the way you interact with people. There's nothing worse than when someone says it's over there. It's just terribly rude. And then also we measure how people feel. We're big believers in the Net Promoter Score. How willing are you to recommend? It's very important that you recommend Ford, or you recommend that dealership. So we're able to measure that. And we used that last year a lot during the pandemic about masks and sanitization of vehicles. We learned from China. We took all the learnings from China, we took it to Europe, and then we took it to the US. Customers at first were very frustrated that masks weren't being deployed properly, and when they went in the dealership, the masks weren't being worn or the vehicle wasn't being prepared properly. So we took the feedback from customers and we deployed it appropriately going forward. So the brand promise is really important to us. It's all about how we show up and how Ford is viewed as a brand that's all about taking care of customers.